Holistic Earth. The Noble Eightfold Path, also known as the Eight Right Paths, is a fundamental framework in Buddhism that outlines the practices leading to liberation from samsara, the cycle of rebirth, and ultimately achieving nirvana. The path comprises 8 interconnected practices: right view, right resolve, right speech, right conduct, right livelihood, right effort, right mindfulness, and right samadhi, meditative absorption or union. In the early stages of Buddhism, the path began with understanding the corrupted nature of the body-mind, right view, followed by self-observance, self-restraint, and the cultivation of kindness and compassion. It culminated in dhyana or samadhi, reinforcing these practices for the development of the body-mind. However, in later Buddhism, insight, prajna, gained prominence as the central soteriological instrument, leading to a conceptual shift in the path structure and the goal being specified as ending ignorance and rebirth. The Noble Eightfold Path is considered one of the principal summaries of Buddhist teachings, aiming to lead individuals to arhatship. In the Theravada tradition, the path is also summarized as sila, morality, samadhi, meditation, and prajna, insight. In Mahayana Buddhism, the path is contrasted with the Bodhisattva path, which goes beyond arhatship towards full Buddhahood. Symbolically, the Noble Eightfold Path is often represented by the Dharma wheel, where its 8 spokes signify the 8 elements of the path. The term Noble Eightfold Path is a conventional translation, and its Pali counterpart, Arya Ahajika Magga, can be alternatively rendered as Eightfold Path of the Noble Ones. The 8 elements of the path all start with the word samyank, in Sanskrit, or sama, in Pali, meaning right or proper. Each element of the path has a specific focus. Right view, understanding the consequences of actions, the impermanence of life, and the importance of the 4 noble truths. Right resolve, determination towards non-violence, renunciation, and following the Buddhist path. Right speech, abstaining from lying, divisive speech, abusive speech, and idle chatter. Right conduct, abstaining from killing, stealing, sexual misconduct, and material desires. Right livelihood, engaging in a livelihood that does not involve trading in weapons, living beings, meat, liquor, or poisons. Right effort, preventing the arising of unwholesome states and generating wholesome states. Right mindfulness, cultivating awareness and mindfulness of the body, feelings, mind, and phenomena. Right samadhi, practicing meditation, including the 4 stages of dhyana, leading to equanimity and mindfulness. The development of right view is crucial in clearing confusion and gaining an accurate understanding of reality. The path emphasizes the importance of mindfulness, ethical conduct, and concentration, ultimately leading to the unification of the mind, samadhi. While the historical accuracy of the path's description, particularly the details of the 4 jhanas, has been debated, the path serves as a foundational guide for individuals seeking liberation and enlightenment in Buddhism. Following the Noble Eightfold Path is believed to bring about the cessation of suffering and the realization of nirvana, marking the culmination of the spiritual journey. The practice of the Noble Eightfold Path is a central aspect of Buddhist teachings, aiming at the cessation of suffering and the realization of enlightenment. According to Vedder, the original culmination of the path was in the practice of dhyana, meditative absorption, and samadhi, concentration, which were considered the core soteriological practices. The Pali and Chinese canon highlight that the state of samadhi, or right concentration, is dependent on the prior development of other path factors. In the Mahakatharisaka Sutta, the Buddha describes noble right concentration as any singleness of mind equipped with 7 factors: right view, right resolve, right speech, right action, right livelihood, right effort, and right mindfulness. These factors serve as supports and requisite conditions for the practice of right concentration. Right view is emphasized as the preliminary and forerunner of the entire Noble Eightfold Path. According to Walpola Rahula, a modern Theravada monk and scholar, Mahayana presentations. Mahayana Buddhism centers around the path of a bodhisattva, referring to one on the journey to Buddhahood. The Mahayana path emphasizes awakening the Bodhisattva, and the Ten Bhumi doctrine introduces 10 levels or stages of awakening. This development recognizes the impossibility of achieving Buddhahood in a single lifetime, emphasizing multiple rebirths to attain Buddhahood after climbing through the 10 levels. The Mahayana path includes the Paramithas, perfections, which are derived from the Jataka's tales of Buddha's rebirths. The 6 most studied Paramithas are Dana, giving, Sila, morality, Tai, patience, Virya, vigor, Dhyana, meditation, and Prajna, insight or wisdom. The Prajnaparamita is considered the highest perfection in Mahayana texts, representing insight into non-duality or the absence of reality in all things. East Asian Buddhism. East Asian Buddhism incorporates elements from classic Indian Buddhist presentations, such as the Eightfold Path, and Mahayana presentations like the Dajidu Luan. Various presentations of soteriology exist in East Asian Buddhism, with no single dominant framework. In Zen Buddhism, for instance, different outlines of the path, including the 2 entrances and 4 practices, the 5 ranks, the 10 ox-herding pictures, and the 3 mysterious gates of Linji, can be found. Indo-Tibetan Buddhism. In Indo-Tibetan Buddhism, the path to liberation is outlined in the genre known as Lamrim, or stages of the path. Each Tibetan school has its own Lamrim presentations, and this genre can be traced back to Atissa's 11th century work, A Lamp for the Path to Enlightenment, Bodhipatha Pratapa. Cognitive psychology. The Noble Eightfold Path has been compared to cognitive psychology, suggesting parallels between the path and psychological processes. Gil Fronsdal notes that right view can be interpreted in terms of how one's mind views the world, influencing patterns of thought, intention, and actions. On the other hand, Peter Randall suggests that right mindfulness, the 7th factor, can be understood in the context of cognitive psychology, where changes in thought and behavior are interconnected.